Hi folks, I am back with yet another spooky mini album for Halloween. It is 10-15-15. I did create this in about a 4-hour period. I'm getting faster and faster at these fun mini albums and all the hidden compartments. I used a Mombi paper pack from 2010 that I was sitting on for a while. Did not have a name, but it was super fun and super spooky. And what I created for it is a 7-inch by 5-inch, and it measures at 3.5 inches. I did not need a closure for this because it actually lays flat, but it is pretty thick. I think I pieced it together really well to make it lay flat. I think I did a really good job. I found this spooky die cut from my craft warehouse, and all the trim and mesh and fibers I had gotten from my Fabric Depot. This is actually a spider ring that I cut off of the ring part from Party City. I used some really miniature, really nice crepe paper roses that I actually get from a store called R.B. Howell's, and then I just put a Dollar Tree spider there. For the side piece, I actually just beaded some skulls and some glass beads, and then attached a spooky charm from Tim Holtz Halloween charms, and then just attached more of the trim. And then on the side, same thing. Just left it like this. I didn't need to do anything extra because the paper just speaks for itself. It is a chipboard cover, and I used paper bags. This is a paper bag album. So each side has a pocket for, photo mats. And this page, I actually wanted to have an introduction, so it says October 31st and Happy Halloween here. And I cut this out of one of the papers. They did not have cut aparts, so I had to fussy cut every little piece. I created a photo mat for this belly band, and then I created the Tim Holtz embossing spooky folders. I have them all, so I just embossed this, put some silver on it, a little bit of glossy accents, and matted the back. And then I created a little tag, and from my fabric store I actually bought a whole button set of spooky buttons, and this says Boo, and it's actually Bones and Ghosties. I thought that was really awesome. It just slides right into the belly band. Over here is just a pocket, and I went ahead and still used another bat piece here, a button. And I had a Recollection spooky sticker left over, so I just matted him. Thought he was super cool. This was also cut out, fussy cut out from the paper. And I went ahead and created a little pocketbook for a photo here. And then I just created a little pocket. You can journal or photo there or add photos in the pocket too. And these were just spares from the cut apart, so I just cut them out and put them in the little pocket. I used a Trick or Treat sticker there too as well. I thought that was pretty fun. I popped this up and I glossy accented that. And each side pocket, of course, has 2 photo mats. I'll pull them both out at the same time, so I'm not pulling them out 16 times. Just created a full-size 4x6 photo mat, and heat embossed a spider web, and then attached a sticky spider to it. And on the back, I also matted it and just stamped with one of the Michael stamps on the back, and you can journal or cover it with a photo. And then again, another photo mat, and I actually used photo tabs, so it's easier to slide a photo into. And then again, on the back of that, also, cut out some pieces. You can journal or cover with a photo, or do little photos or journal. So those are not all the same, but they're basically the same in each side pocket. Then you go to this page, and again, I used the Tim Holtz embossing folder, put some silver on it, glossy accented a few pieces, attached a spider, created a photo mat for the pocket, and another photo mat tag, and I also stamped October 31st and distressed it all with black soot from Tim Holtz, and just put a little bat right there for the pull. This side is another embossing folder from Tim Holtz, and what I did was I attached photo corners and created a photo mat just as a template, so you knew what size was, but you can either put a photo there or leave it, because this is a pretty spooky embossing page. It's magneted down, and I attached 2 more photo mats there. And then in the side pocket here is another one of those buttons, cobweb buttons, to a sling tag for journaling. And then on this side again, 2 more photo mats that I'd stamped. I like Michael stamps. They're kind of fun for little things like this. Next page is a fun layout. My gussets are really only 1/4 of an inch, And so this is really a thick page, and this is a thinner page just to compensate so I don't make it so bulky and it lays flat. So I just attached a piece of acetate here. You can just slide a photo in, and it actually comes out from underneath the spider. And over here is a piece of wood that I got from Michael's in the chipboard section. I just blackened it, used some glimmer mist, just made it really awesome. Stamped a scene, again with Michael stamps, used another bat sticker, and cut out Beware and stuck it there. And this is also magneted down. So you can open it up, and it holds photomat, photomat, and a photomat. And again, you flip it open, and another photomat. And then from the paper collection, I just created a pocket from the flocked spiders. They're like flocked and got glitter on them, and I really liked it. So all I did here was just create a photomat for the back of the pocket. You can really put anything in there. And another little journaling tag. It's also a chalkboard tag on the back, so you can chalk on that if you want. And then I, for the first time, made my very first envelope with my envelope punch board and cut out danger at your own risk, or yeah, danger, enter at your own risk, and just created an envelope and lined it and just figured I'd leave it blank and just slide it in there, and you could put ticket stubs or little pictures or memorabilia in there, and that just closes. And then of course in this side pocket, stamped happy haunting, and then a spider web and another photomat, and a trick-or-treat journaling tag. And those just slide right back into that pocket. Really simple. And then on this page I had some old acetate that I'd found. That's an old collection, and I got it on clearance. They were like 20 cents or 20 sheets for $1. It was like a score. I bought all the Halloween ones. So what I did was I just cut out the spooky little branches so it looked like a scene, and I did that on both sides. And then this little mini pocket has the other pieces that are the same. And on both sides of these I just created a photo mat, and then I did 2 tombstones, one with the skull and one with the RIP, and left them blank on the back. You can either journal or photo on them, either way. Same on this. And then over here, what I did was I attached 2 little tags, but I did kind of the same concept, but here if you look closely is a skeleton's hand and another one. Opposite of each other, they're holding the pocket. So I thought that was really spooky. And then on the inside is also another pocket, which I attached a sticker to, and stamped a couple little cobwebs there, and then matted the back and stamped the spider there. So you can journal or photo in that. And then on this side, again, 2 more photo mats, another Michael stamp, Halloween party, and boo. You never know. You might go to a Halloween party. Most people do. This is one of my favorite pages. I stamped this. It's actually a really pretty stamp I use for Christmas and for Valentine's Day and for birthdays. But I cut out the skull and I just stuck him right on the top after I heat embossed that black and did some glossy accents on his eyes. Attached a spider and some more of those roses from the front and some spider web ribbon, and made him a little pocket for a photo mat and for a trick-or-treat tag. Just a fun little tag. He's also magneted down to open up to have a full-size photo mat. Then over here, I had a lot of fun with this. This is a chipboard I got from Tuesday Mornings. I believe it is Tattered Angels. And I just cut it down to size, and then I did some black soot, and I just kind of rubbed it all over, and then glossy accented the hinges and used some graphic 45 brads as the door handles, and created this little guy here. I also stamped a skeleton there, so it's like he's behind the gate, and then attached a spider. And you open him up, and there's a full-size photo mat here, and then on the sides I just created 2 little pocket tags. I thought that was super cute, and a lot of room again to just add more stuff. And then above it is also another photo tag with a bat. I really liked that too. That was a lot of fun. There we go. And then on this side, again, happy haunting, beware, photo mat, journaling, or photo mat with the black cat magic. Then you go to my spooky paper side. The paper's just spooky all by itself. I really, really, really like it, so I didn't want to cover it too much, so I left it blank. Figured if you want to put a photo and cover it, you could. If you don't, you don't. And all I did was use another Tim Holtz charm on this tag, one of those spooky recollection stickers, and just says Fright. Has journaling marks on the back. And then over here, same thing. Didn't want to cover the paper. Loved it. Cut out the spooky skull and another one of the bats because he's and I glossy accented him. Hung him upside down, double-sided mat for photos. Then I also created another tag, and it says "Beware" from the Tim Holtz. Has a poison cut apart thing I did, and super fun. And then on this side again is 2 more photo mats. It says "Boo," and then this one's a spooky pumpkin. It says Halloween, and some more of my fun papers. Then you go to this side, and this is actually a fun page because I use a lot of magnets and it's really thick. So I left, again, this thin so I could actually make sure it laid flat. So you can just attach a photo under there. And over here's another one of those pocket pieces, and I kind of goofed. I glued it to where the opening for the pocket was down here and not where it was supposed to be, so I kind of had to make it do with what it was. And so you'll see what I did. So anyway, what I did was I magneted down this little book. And I put a spider there and a poison cut out there. And on the front of the Mombi pack was 2x2 inch squares of miniature replicas of the paper that was in the paper pack so you could see what you were getting. And I didn't want to get rid of them, so I cut them out, and so they're miniature papers. And I cut the Fright Night out, and I just made a little booklet. This paper is this paper, but mini. I thought that was great. Great way to reuse things. The next little page is the one that I actually cut out all of these little tags and stuff from. And then I just matted a few pieces, and it's got a little twine to tie, and it just magnets back down. Then this side, I actually just used a Tim Holtz spiderweb sticker, and I stuck it down on the same paper and just fussy cut it out and attached a spider. And I just glued him down to make a little pocket and attached a journaling tag there. And this side is kind of the same thing. I created another magnetized thing. I loved making that other envelope, but I wanted to make a bigger one. So what I did was I created an envelope. Of course, I just threw a tag in there because it was perfect size pocket for it. I cut out "Enter at your own risk," and I created a little swivel. And I didn't adhere this down because I wanted to actually use the inside of it. So I put a piece of acetate here to put a photo, and cut a slit in the bottom of this for a cut apart, and I just made a miniature tag. And then this actually magnets off. So you can put a photo there if you want. So you can actually open this and look at it if you want. I just thought this was fun. So then on the sides here is more of those itty bitty miniature papers from the front that show what the paper is. Like this, for instance, is this. So I thought that was really fun because I really wanted to not waste that paper. And miniatures are fun too. So they created the littlest tags for the side pockets, and it was perfect. And you just close it back up and magnet back down to the page. And of course, this little guy just sticks right in there. And I really had a lot of fun making this book. This is probably one of my favorites just because it has a lot of different techniques and different fun things and openings. I didn't do the coffin, which I do like, but I just didn't feel like doing another coffin page. I just thought all these were really super fun, and I enjoyed it. So thank you for watching again with my spooky album. I will put a price on this eventually, but for right now, I think I'm going to sit on it. I might want to keep it for myself. Thanks. Have a great night.